3 Mercy techs you should know. 1. Slingshot Bunny Hop. Guardian Angel on a flat surface, slingshot and jump just as you hit the
that's
floor
pretty good.
for additional distance.
That's actually really good.
2. Downwards Valkyrie GA. During ult, Guardian Angel to someone.
Oh, that's really good.
Jump
Oh wow,
to
these are actually very useful.
And lastly, wing tapping. When in the air, tap jump instead of holding it down. This will keep your wings closed and make you slightly harder to hit.
Today I actually learned something from that. Well, that was actually really good. That was actually really good. That was actually a really good one. Hey, good, rare footage, good tips video.
This is hard.
Okay, next.
Overwatch pills to swallow. Part 6. Winston is broken.
Excuse me?
Now hold on.
I'm gonna let you cook. If this is gonna be the only thing from Overwatch League, don't forget, a lot of this comes from the beta period and the year before Overwatch 2 released, so it's not totally fair.
This is in response to this tweet about tank pick rates in the Overwatch League.
But Overwatch League was out a full year before Overwatch 2, and they weren't getting really updates.
Release of Overwatch 2, Winston has had a 43% pick rate, with the next highest being Ramatra at 22%. But
Think about that, though. Think about that.
Just the Overwatch League. Anytime the meta switches up or isn't dominated by a single character like Junker Queen or Roadhog, the default is Winston. Winstons get away with playing like a Reinhardt, slapping down a bubble on the front line and jumping out. Considering the
What, you get away with playing like a Reinhardt since when? Where the f are you? Whoa!
only meaningful change in Overwatch 2 was his new right click and a bit more health. It might instead be the removal of an off tank that chases him down, that's giving Winston the extra room to perform. Because right now it feels like any dumbass Winston could walk up to the enemy tank, duel them for 15 seconds and then jump away unpunished. That's not dive. What do you think?
I don't think I could disagree more. That is an awful take. No, that's not how that works at all. The reason why they play Winston is, one, Winston was meta for a year before Overwatch 2 came out, because they played it for a full year before Overwatch 2 came out. 2, yes, Winston gets played a lot because dive is the #1 comp style in Korea, and a lot of teams that scrim against Korea teams always think, oh wow, they play some of the best Overwatch in the world. It doesn't mean it's the best. Like, we just watched in World Cup, we watched a dive Doomfist / Winston team versus Saudi Arabia's Sigma team, and they lost. I'm just saying, dude. Like, it's when you base it off of just pick rate, I think that's a little bit like off. Because like it's deeper than that. I don't know about that one. Also, the reason is why is because D.Va doesn't really totally work as a solo tank, in my opinion. You basically have to break D.Va to make her, like, better than Winston, and I don't think that's too healthy. But it's basically dive versus anti-dive.
People say the support is broken. Support is not broken at all. It's really not.
This is bait.
I think Illari's definitely up there for being a little more broken. I don't think Zen is busted. He's a glass cannon. He does a lot of damage. Had the trade-off for having low survivability. I don't think Moore is broken. I don't think Brig is broken. I think Brig is great at peel, and that's what she's made for. I think Mercy's annoying, but I don't think Mercy's broken. Mercy's just annoying because if your DPS are getting rolled, then you're forced to play Mercy for the damage boost. Just
how is Mercy the one that gets the most criticism? Like, that's opposite.
So that your DPS can have a chance. But that's more of a matchmaking thing, to be honest. Baptiste is the most broken character in the game. Lucio has been the most balanced support. I don't care what anybody says. He is. Yes, he's annoying. Yes, he's slippery. He's hard to kill. But that's how you play Lucio. He's balanced because of that. He doesn't have high healing. He's just a balanced character. And Life Fever's... Honestly, I think Life Fever's still ass because he just heal bots. And that's his entire playstyle. But he's more balanced than the rest of the roster. This motherfucker and this motherfucker need to get removed from the game right now. I don't care.
No hate, but the only ones who say support is balanced are support mains. Notice how Ana wasn't mentioned. Bad take, I'm sorry, but every single high-level player disagrees. Lucio, Brig, Moira are the only actually balanced support. I see what you did there. You tried to slip this in there just because she's not dominant right now. I swear, people, whenever Brig's not being played, they're like, oh, she's balanced. I'm like, no, she's not meta. There's a difference. There's a big old difference. Yep. History now shows us that, well, support did get some significant nerfs and are still pretty damn good.
This is how you do the Illari pylon jump. I guess we're calling it pylon jump.
Oh, I saw this. I don't know how to do it, but I saw this.
Now, you basically throw the pylon out completely beneath you, and as the main plate is rising and you get this little orb which disappears right there, you want to time your jump at that exact spot. You can
Oh, it's patched already? Oh, I still want to see it though.
use a melee attack at the same time as jumping to make it a little bit more consistent. But that's basically it, and then if you get it right, you just go flying up in the air.
Yeah, I saw some Illaris doing some crazy shit, going like super, super high.
Ashe is my #1 DPS pick for beginners and people who are looking to climb through the lower ranks. She's incredibly consistent, and her playstyle helps teach some of the most important fundamentals in Overwatch. I'm going to teach you the basic essentials of Ashe and what you should learn as you play her. Ashe can be a mechanically intensive character and does have combos like throwing out the dynamite with the coach gun. She is much less...
Hang on, I'm sorry, I need to watch that again. What?
Essentials of Ashe and what you should learn as you play her. Ashe can be a mechanically intensive character and does have combos like throwing out the dynamite.
That's not how that works. You don't throw it and then coach gun it. That blows both your cooldowns. You shoot it with your left click. And the tech technically is if you throw it and don't move your crosshair and then go aim in, the second you finish your aim in, you'll shoot, you'll hit it every single time. Because like the time it takes to finish the throw and then start the aim in and then shoot is exactly the distance from where you are to the crosshair is to where the dynamite is. So you don't coach it.
Dynamite with the coach gun. She is much less mechanically intensive and more aim reliant than other heroes. To compensate for this, Ashe uses positioning. She will force you to learn. These are things that like a new player is gonna have a hard time with. To position on high
I feel like we're misunderstanding like what new player means here.
Ground where people will not focus you or where it will be difficult to target you.
But like they're not gonna know that. They're just gonna stand in the middle and just die, and you're gonna be like, what? What the fuck am I doing wrong? They're gonna have to learn that later, you know?
Avoid being on the floor when possible, and try and keep line of sight with your support. Good positioning will allow you to understand maps better and improve your aiming match after match. Ashe's coach gun is her most important cooldown. It will allow you to reposition taking high ground or to push away any
No, I would say the dynamite is.
potential diver. It's important to preserve this cooldown because intelligent use of it will be the difference between life and death. One of the more
Right, that's true.
common mistakes I see Ashes make is not using the unscoped Viper. It deals less damage, but it has a faster fire rate with 0 recoil on the first 3 shots. This is useful for pumping out maximum DPS on a tank that's up in your face, or to finish off very low HP.
Actually, the way you do it is there's a tech technically where you left click then scope in, and so you go like boom 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 boom, and like you can double tap with it. If you see like really good pro players, they do that.
Opponents
It is very tough to mentally drill though, to do consistently.
because the faster fire rate will allow you to
I think he kind of means that a new player would be forced to learn good positioning. Not sure if I agree. Yeah, but like this is like throwing like instead of like throwing a kid in the pool to teach him how to swim, we're throwing him in the ocean. Like you just throw like you don't need to throw him out in the middle of the ocean, dude. That's just a bad idea. That's just like throw him in the pool, sure. But like the I understand what he's saying. Like, oh, you're gonna have to learn these things. Great. Yes. Ashe isn't going to teach that. You could play Soldier. You could pick Hanzo. You could pick Widow. You'd still have to learn all those things with all those characters. So, like, the correlation doesn't make sense. If it pick Ashe, so then you'd have to learn positioning. Wrong. Like, Ashe is going to be much more difficult to pick up as a brand new player than, say, something like Soldier. Right? So that's why I don't think it's a good beginner character.
as long as you hit one, you'll take them down. Dynamite is an
I vote pick Tracer. Yeah, no, that couldn't be any more off either.
excellent ability. Most people know that if you throw it and don't move at all, it will always pass through your crosshairs, allowing you to detonate it. But you should always try and get creative and get a feel for it, throwing it over shields and popping it to get some damage, or more vertical shots through windows and openings. But you should always be using it on cooldown. It creates pressure, it can even force out cooldowns like Suzu, and it's very useful in charging your ultimate. Speaking of which, the best tip I can give you for using Bob is to never initiate with it. Whenever
good.
possible, let your tank initiate and take the brunt of cooldown cooldowns and damage
Well,
so
it
that
should-
they can protect
it's not even about the
Bob
tank, it's
and
just
let
in general.
him do what he wants to do. If your tank is not
Bob
in the
should
mix,
always
it's
be
very
used
easy for
mid-fight.
Bob to get shielded, slept, and many other things that will render him useless. If you want even more tips, I have a video up on my channel going into more detail. And
I mean, overall, it wasn't bad.
of course, remember to follow for more.
It wasn't bad. Like, I just don't think Ashe is a good beginner hero. I think that's wrong. I would never, ever tell somebody to pick up Ashe as their first hero. That seems like a bad idea.
If you've played Overwatch recently, you know the reason you're losing is because of your tank. I don't mean to drop the blame on the tank, but that is how Overwatch is formatted right now.
Tank blamers. Yeah. It's so sleeper.
Tanks are f***ing boring, and the tanks that are fun, Doomfist, Ball, and Diva, are usually considered.
Yo, scalding hot take. The fun tanks are always whatever tank is the most shit. When Hog got nuked, everyone, you just saw these waves of these Hog players go, dude, oh my god, Hog's so bad, but he's such a fun character. Not a single person on this planet thought Hog was fun back in Season 1. No one. Not the people that had to play Hog, not the people that played against Hog. But the second he got nuked, everyone's like, oh my god, he's so much fun. Doomfist. Guess what? Doomfist got his Giga buffs, and everyone went, oh my god, Doomfist. We had to play against Doomfist. Doomfist sucks to play against. Oh my god, I don't like playing Doomfist. I don't like playing against Doomfist. Doomfist gets sent off to the farm. Oh my god, Doomfist is so much fun. It's literally whatever tank is the most shit. That's what most people agree with. That whenever a tank is shit, they think it's fun.
Considered throw picks. But why is that? The tank
One other example. Before Orisa got all her buffs, after the rework, myself included, said Orisa was fun. Everyone said that Orisa was fun. And then she became hard meta, and you had to play a ton of Orisa, and everyone went, wow, this character f***ing sucks. See a pattern?
tank class, ever since Overwatch 2 chose to go 5v5, has been a bunkered down role. Orisa, Rein, Hog, most of these characters have become boring. Like, who the fuck wants to stand still and play Orisa for 3 games in a row? Because of that, people will play what is fun instead of what is the correct option to play. Usually that can make you lose the game. The tank position is in a hard spot right now. It's either
yeah, but like, okay, there's a really glaring flaw here, is that everyone and their mom knows what the correct tank is to play. How often do you think people know in the average game what the correct DPS and the correct supports are? How often? Because I, even in GM, will pick Winston, and I will not get an Ana. And if I do get an Ana, I have Ana Moira, Ana Mercy, Ana Zen, Ana Bap, which isn't that bad, Ana Illari, which at the moment isn't that bad. But you know what the comp is? It's Ana Brig. You know why you run Ana Brig? Because the Brig protects the Ana protects the Brig, keeps them alive the entire time, the Ana pumps the Winston until you get Nano, and boom, you have Nano engages. That's the comp. That is the correct comp. That's how you play it. If I play Reinhardt, how often do I get a Lucio? Once every 5 games? People don't want to pick Lucio. They're like, oh, I want to play Ana, I want to play Illari, I want to play Bap, I want to play Kiri, I want to play Mercy, I want to play Moira. People, this is not a tank problem. The amount of people that sit there and go, well, tank players just want to play what's fun and they throw games. So do you motherfuckers! We'll play Dive, we'll have Ana Break Winston, and you're not going Tracer, you're not going Sombra, you're not going Genji, you're going f***ing Cassidy Soldier. Why is our Winston feeding? I don't know, because I had their backline 1 HP. If I had any help, any damage on them, they both would have died. Any of them, right? So, just saying. It is kind of annoying that everyone always picks on the tank, but the other roles are just as responsible, but people don't like to talk about it.
win the game.
That's my hot take
or
of the
have
day.
fun.